Welcome to episode 104 of Instant Expertise Marketing. Q1 is basically in the books, so welcome to Q2. There is a vibe of uncertainty in the air as 2025 moves along. So today we're excited to share some compelling data points that might just be the smelling salts that you need to get serious about AI upskilling now. I'm Yvette Brown, co-founder of X Promos. I became an entrepreneur at 23 by starting a promotions agency with my then 29-year-old business partner, Shari Nomady. Shari and I not only use generative AI every single day, but we are continuing to urge all knowledge workers to prioritize upskilling on AI like your job depends on it, because every day it becomes more and more clear that in fact it does.
Hello, and I am Shari Nomady. And you know by now that Yvette and I approach business from opposite ends of the spectrum, and yet we do always come to the same conclusions on how we help our clients succeed. Yvette and I are comfortable at the jagged edge. In fact, we've been here most of our career, succeeding at an agency in part because we do fuse evolving technologies with proven strategies. You know, there aren't many people out there that are here and comfortable with this. And that need for the Harvard level studies and the Fortune 500 case studies often separates the early adopters from the late arrivals. Today, we have proof that many of you have been waiting for. So, Yvette, let's just get right to it.
Totally well said, Shari. And so we're excited to share with you that Harvard Business School just released a paper called The Cybernetic Teammate, a field experiment on generative AI, reshaping teamwork and expertise. That is a fancy title. And Ethan Mollick, one of the guys that we follow closely in this space, he's a Wharton B School professor. He's an AI expert, and he wrote an amazing book about AI called Co-Intelligence. He was part of the team that put this together with, wait for it, Procter Gamble.
Well, I think by now you can see where this is going. It's a Harvard study, elite Fortune 500 company, and AI.
That's exactly true, Shari. So pumped about this. They actually looked at 776 employees at P&G. So this was a pretty robust study. But before we get into the details on that, I really kind of want to talk about Procter Gamble for just a moment. If you have been with us for a while, you know our story. Shari and I met at a promotions agency. It was led by one of the founders of sales promotion, as in sales promotion didn't exist until this guy and a couple of his buddies in Chicago all got together and sort of figured this thing out, and a new discipline was born called sales promotion. Needless to say, during our tenure there, we got an amazing education on the discipline, and I do say discipline, of sales promotion, from coupons and continuity programs to sweepstakes and events. It really is, our foundational understanding of that really is one of our superpowers, and it really did help us make us the marketers that we are today.
Absolutely. That is so true. And Bill Robinson, the agency's founder, he wrote a textbook about sales promotion, and we would always include these in our new biz pitches. Yvette, I know you know the line because we used to say it all the time. And that is, we're the folks who wrote the books. And then he would show the books and dance them around the table.
So true. And today we call that, social proof. We call that, showing your expertise, whatever it is. It's that part where you show you're the expert is still, a critical part of marketing today. But, back in the day, we would say we're the folks who wrote the books, and that was a big deal. Anyway, So back to the point here. In world of sales promotion, even before computer algorithms and real-time data, P&G was the all-time aspirational company. The company had and has promotions dialed in so very well. I mean, they used to be able to tell you, again, we're talking like pre-computer era, they would be able to tell you when they dropped a coupon across the United States into your Sunday paper for a certain value, how many of those would redeem. And they were really, really close on it. I mean, they had it dialed in, and it was so impressive, especially for the era. I personally have always been a fangirl of how smartly they run their marketing. And, for a long time, they were that one company that we always wanted to add to our client roster. We did get to do a pitch there, an introductory pitch one time years ago, but that was about as close as we got. I don't know that they're the ones that got away, but they're the ones we always were admired from afar. Anyway, so fast forward to this AI Harvard study that came out last week. And sure enough, it was conducted with my fangirl all-time company, P&G. And like I said, it was across 776 employees.
And that is a lot of people. That's not just one or two or a
Yeah.
handful, right? So that's really all Yvette needed to know. But, seriously, back to our point here, we have Harvard, Ethan Mollick, and P&G. That's fair to say that this is a very credible look at the AI's capabilities.
Exactly, Shari. So you are hopefully asking, what did the study say? What did it show? Well, we did an abbreviated overview of the abstract. And not surprisingly, I took the abstract from the paper and I dropped it into AI and I asked it to write this paragraph for me. And this is what it said. And this is like a quick recap. We conducted a field experiment with 776 Procter Gamble professionals to explore how AI transforms collaboration in performance, expertise sharing, and social engagement. Participants tackled real innovation challenges with or without AI, individually or in teams. The results showed that AI significantly boosted performance. In fact, individuals with AI matched team performance without it. Let that sink in. Individuals who used AI, and they just used ChatGPT 4.0, right? Not even the fancy reasoning models. They matched the performance of teams who didn't use AI at all. Okay, that pretty much sums up what we've been trying to say all along.
But that really wasn't all, because the report went on to say that AI also broke down functional silos, enabling more balanced solutions across all roles. Additionally, AI's interface fostered a positive emotional response. And that is mimicking social support that typically is provided by your teammates. So these findings are suggesting that AI is reshaping not just productivity, folks, but the very nature of collaborative work.
Yeah, and we want to sit on this for a second because, again, the reason we love this study so much is that none of it surprised us at all, right? This is entirely and completely aligned with what we have been saying and seeing, for at least the last 18 months or so. But what excited us about it is that P&G, Harvard, and Ethan Mollick said it, right? And we think that's what you're going to care about and what your boss is going to care about, and maybe what a lot of you needed to hear.
And we're going to go ahead and include the link to the full paper in the show notes today.
That's a good idea, yeah.
But for Yvette and me, this really represented the proof, the absolute proof that we believe the unsure, the skeptical, those types of people needed to believe what we have been saying over and over again. And that is that AI is incredibly useful. It's transformational, and you have a short window to get skilled up before your company and you are all left out in the cold because it is moving fast and furious, and more people are getting skilled up every single day.
Wow, that was some real talk there, Shari, and you're 100% spot on. Your time is limited, and we know that the AI chatter is noisy. And when people say AI, there's like a cajillion things that they can mean. And again, this is one of the things we absolutely loved about this study is that it was focusing on the human collaboration with AI. It was about solving problems. It was fixing real business issues. It was doing what we're doing every single day, but being able to do it faster and easier with AI. It is like what we've been stumping on and we talk about, but now there is something from P&G and Harvard and Ethan to say, yeah, this is really the reality. Productivity, speed, collaboration, they're obvious benefits. And really, at this point, that should be the thing that you need to say, yeah, okay, we get it. It's now verified, right? I have a reasonable, verifiable source that says this thing works. You can ignore all the rest of the noise out there and start with you. Start by focusing on getting yourself skilled up, get knowledgeable of how this thing works, and then you can focus on other things, sure, right? You can focus on how it integrates in your product, great. But let's focus on what you're doing every day and how we can show you how to do it faster, easier, and oftentimes better with AI, with the off-the-shelf LLM models. That's what we're talking about. And the reality is you just need to know how to get started.
And guess what? We'd love to help you and love for you to get going with us. We can actually deliver the foundational understanding of AI to you and your team in less than a quarter. So, as Yvette said earlier, we're already done with the first quarter. If you had started at the beginning of the year, you would already be a certified expert at using AI with our program. We can also jumpstart your productivity with this plug and play model that we have. And with that solution, you can begin immediately.
But I think the thing is, you've got to get these skills now. This evolution is happening faster than any transformation in the past. And let's be honest, in 35 years, we have seen a lot of them. And this is just one of many that we have been through that have been transformational. This one's different. It's bigger, it's faster, it's going to upend a lot of things. And, we're not the prognosticators, so we're not focused on that. We're focused solely on helping you use what's out there right now to do your own work faster and easier and better with AI, and helping your company grow faster and better as well. And that's it. So we'd love you to reach out. And if you're ready to get started, if this was the thing that kind of tipped you over the edge, please reach out and let's get going.
Yeah, like Yvette said, I mean, you and the organization, you cannot afford to wait. So on that note, we're just going to go ahead and bring episode 104 to a close. Thanks for listening. Remember to like and subscribe so you can stay connected to the very latest on how sales and marketing are using AI to drive more business faster and easier every day.